No doubt about it.
Y'all could have talked about it beforehand, bro. Everybody reasonable here. Death Battle just dropped a new video, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know a new Death Battle was dropping. So when I seen this, I was like, oh my god. I'm a few days late, but who cares, man? It's Ichigo versus the dude from Yu Hakusho, you know what I'm saying? The two of the drippiest characters ever. I can't wait to get to it. Let's get straight to it. Alright, y'all, this is Death Battle. Ichigo versus Yusuke from Yu Hakusho. I'm the type of guy, I love my main characters to be cool guys, you know what I'm saying? And these are some of the coolest main characters of all time, so I'm a big fan of both of them. Let's get to it, man. They both fly too. All they 50 fly.
Versus Yusuke Urameshi.
Yes, sir.
The substitute Shinigami of Bleach versus the spirit detective of Yu Hakusho.
Spirit gun.
Boomstick.
And it's
I'm like,
analyze their weapons, armor, and
I was watching. I didn't finish Yu
Hakusho.
Hakusho. I think I'm like a little further in the tournament, a little further than now and there, but
tell me,
it's fire, bro. I just didn't finish
what
it yet.
happens when we die?
Oh god!
Endless nothingness.
They hit my man with a car.
I don't know. We just started.
Our souls are ferried by
Bleach.
Shinigami.
I love Bleach, bro. I love Bleach so much.
An eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent.
Ichigo is so cool, bro. Like, it's not
of the dead.
A lot of main characters is cool.
Soul Society
works great till it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose tragic anime backstory came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number one why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Left with his grief, young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute
Ichigo, aka the man that has every single power that is known to mankind.
His body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called Reiki.
Ichigo probably have Saiyan too. We thought about it. I gotta check him. He probably have Saiyan.
He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy called Ryoku and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure or
Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is he's a super-powered ghost. With an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, he can stun lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and around him, hardening his
fly
skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air.
Flash step.
With speed-boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money.
And
hello to the town's new superhero, with fellow Ghostbusters, Orihime, Chad, and Uryu, plus Rukia. It was the Shinigami's job to tear hollows a new hole.
Yes, sir.
While balancing responsibilities at school, of course.
Bro, I hate
GPA
the mount
comes
art
first,
Bleach, bro.
and maybe a round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. It's
Zanpakuto.
basically a super-powered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost sword.
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits.
Because he got like 50,000 powers, bro.
Which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu.
Yeah.
Anyway, the double ghost sword gives Ichigo lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the sword beam to end all sword beams.
Getsuga Tensho. Yeah.
Classic, is incredibly powerful and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even stronger Getsuga Jujisho.
That's a classic move. Classic.
Hollows down to size. Ichigo was ridiculously strong.
The final Getsuga Tensho, classic.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't fake, slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say so too.
Plus, early on,
I think I'm gonna go Ichigo to win this battle. I think, bro. I think so.
But as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society, he quickly found that he wasn't good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc.
I used to want to like Renji so bad, bro, but he takes too many L's, so I couldn't do it, bro.
Ichigo learned to release
and he was spamming Bankai. I hate it.
A 10 times boost that takes most Shinigami a decade to master.
Bankai? Classic, bro.
In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in
that joint
Shinkai,
Tensho is base form.
Attack that could destroy the whole freaking Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift is his potential to improve. Despite only being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts.
Like I said, he got a million different forms.
He can quickly adapt to new weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing his limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow.
Ooh, the wrong cards.
Clamped, but as soon as he he heard, or he may cheered him on. That was all he needed to smash that kitty.
You mean Grimmjow, right?
Yeah, but even with that main
please don't say that ever again.
Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen. With just a finger, Aizen stopped Ichigo's Bankai.
I mean, Aizen OP too, though.
Ichigo needed to tap into his unexplained hollow power.
Yep.
Except Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy.
Old Man Zang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mask to expand his power. But this meant the hollow within only grew stronger.
Bro, I wish they see more. Like, I love that version of him.
Senses, and so he'll lost limbs, but piss him off enough, and he'll go full hollow. And you really don't want that.
Hollowification exceeds even Bankai, and was enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hueco Mundo, the world of hollows.
That fight was so fire,
Ichigo
bro.
Could even tear through all three layers of hell.
But with help from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge Aizen.
Challenge is an understatement.
I mean, he palmed his face. His fingers probably stunk.
Aura and flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
And yet, it still wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu, defeating Aizen at the cost of all his power.
And then he got it back.
Saved everyone, but now it was back to Normiville.
Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others, his drive, his pride in himself was gone. He would give anything to get it back.
And he did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia.
Yep, everybody's powers.
Shinigami again.
Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war with a final endgame boss, Yuhabak.
That man, that's literally the definition of OP.
And while other Shinigami tried their best, only Ichigo was special enough to pull it off.
His father was a Shinigami. His mother was a member of the ancient Quincy's and possessed by a hollow. Hence, his two Zanbakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other Hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break.
I'm saying he had a million powers, bro.
Finally, Ichigo understood himself, only unifying with both Zanbakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and two new Zanbakuto.
True Shikai! If you thought Ichigo was strong before, oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami
Waha
alive.
Is literally OP, bro.
Dead. Undead? Yeah.
Stronger than Kanbachi, who could split the Dangai in half. Stronger than
Kanbachi OP too. Waha might be like the most OP character in animes that I ever seen like at one time, bro. That man just had any power you could think of, he has it. Like,
and strong enough to match Yuhabak, even after he absorbed the Soul King.
Juiced up with Soul King power, Yuhabak could nuke all three realms. The human world, Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo, plus the Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yuhabak was going to end everything through sheer power alone.
Crazy,
but Ichigo still wasn't done powering up.
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tencho with a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Ray Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that
Bleach, I ain't gonna lie, Bleach started getting crazy right then. Power levels started getting crazy.
Even Yuhabak was scared of it.
Joke's on you! Ichigo didn't even need it! You're done!
Ichigo was finally content. And 10 years later, he remains
does he have a kid?
Having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
Yes, sir, man. I love Ichigo, bro. That's one of my favorite characters.
Most teenagers have no idea what they want to do with their life.
Yusuke?
However, that was hardly a problem for juvenile delinquent Yusuke Urameshi.
That boy fly. Come on now.
He ever wanted to do one thing.
Throw hands!
You gotta respect that. Look at the box.
Be they women, old folk, or babies, Yusuke lived to fight.
Yusuke ain't discriminate, brother. You all can catch hands the same way.
It's what gave life meaning. Who cares about stupid things like family?
Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child, bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt.
Truck-kun claims another victim.
But this is chapter 1 of a battle
facts.
shonen, so death is hardly the end.
Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim Yusuke's soul. It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This
you
was
Hakusho got the best intro of all
His job
time,
was
bro.
to ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him.
said, whoa,
Imagine
wait a
being
minute.
such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with its pants down.
So the underworld
They ain't know what to do with that boy.
Koenma offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Spirit gun.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation and told Satan Jr. to stuff it. I mean, he was never really good for anything and no one was gonna miss him. So what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad,
Nah,
or
she
his
was sad,
childhood
brother.
sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears. Oh man.
At the sight of loved ones who
I like
cared
Hiei.
far more than he
I
ever
like Hiei a
expected,
lot.
Yusuke had a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer, returning to life with a new purpose and a new job.
That boy
And
fly.
ass-kicking ability. In his quest to beat the dog shit out of demon kind, Yusuke
Hiei.
learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable. Heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits
Now
invisible to mortal
they
men.
have one of the
Even
best
early
tournament
on,
arcs
Yusuke
of all
could
anime,
parry
bro.
Suzaku's lightning arrows, which are
Yu
forged from real
Hakusho's
lightning
Dark
ball down
Tournament
from the sky.
is
And
might be
with
the
help
best
of
tournament
legendary
arc
warrior
of
Genkai,
all
he
anime,
mastered
guaranteed,
a
bro.
signature move that could
It's up
blast
there.
anyone
It's up
to
there for sure.
smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the
Spirit gun.
Spirit Gun.
Fire.
At first, Yusuke had a limited number of shots, but eventually he turned it into his personal WMD. Stronger than any weapon on Earth, he could go finger blasting around as much as he wants.
The Spirit Gun is more versatile
Don't say it like
than it
that.
appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight, and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a Spirit Shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a Spirit Punch, where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clovers the hell out
Krillin.
of you.
You know, punch
and the
Krillin.
Spirit Wave, a
Spirit
Kamehameha
Wave.
from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not afraid to fight dirty, throw in his shoes, using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track them in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that smart.
Yeah,
His hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Cabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat.
I
But his
love that
best
tournament
secret is
arc.
how quickly he improves. All it takes is a
Genkai.
regular training or someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a
Oh
power.
my.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
E and D class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best.
Okay.
C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking into the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with
Hey,
new allies
EA.
like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Taguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But
He was a
Yusuke
beast.
needed to survive and protect his loved ones.
He was a
so
beast.
he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star. Thanks, Genkai!
Our sun has an average
yeah.
luminosity of 380
Bruh,
septillion
when-
watts.
they had to do
or
Genkai
joules
like
per
that,
second.
bruh.
Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000.
They have my dog.
So this
you
spirit
stay
orb's
sick.
energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
Enough to send Taguro to the grave.
Even after pushing past his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit detective
This beat
gone
kinda
bad,
on fire right
and
now.
a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing.
Damn.
He compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to
gosh.
Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and
He
human
kind of
world.
fly right now, bro.
That anima guy is strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them.
Oh, my.
He overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time. A far cry from
when did he go S?
Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
But not for long, sucker, because turns out
I know he got a demon
was
form.
a demon himself.
Yeah.
Literally. Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the strongest in existence, Raisen, the Demon King.
With his bazooka,
that demon
Yusuke
form.
can channel Raisen's
Bro, I don't know if y'all
spirit
ever heard of this game called J-Stars, bro, on PS3. My brother had it, and that's when I like, really first learned about
power
Yusuke
boost,
like that.
and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons. Like normal Reiki, it can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its
I need
use
to go back and
creates
watch
a
this,
pleasurable
finish
feeling, feeding into the user's rage and bloodlust, the feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing,
oh my,
but red. Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-Class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world.
Oh my!
But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
Self-reflection?
He's one of his friends.
I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mozoku form separate from Raisen's influence.
And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's sacred energy, but even better. It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below.
Oh my god.
Pushing the Demon King himself to his absolute limits.
But then, Yusuke lost. It's not all bad though. Even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass.
Yeah, he's up there, bro. One of the top characters, bro. He's just too cool. I love cool characters. Y'all go to the Death Battle link and get that merch, bro. We need that immediately. We need more Death Battles, okay? So y'all go to that merch.
The combatants are set, and we've.
I'm going Ichigo here though, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going Ichigo here. But you say this sound kind of crazy, but I'm Team Ichigo, bro. I like Ichigo better. I'm sorry, I gotta go with him. I'm going for my boy Ichigo, man. Kurosaki. But you say this sound crazy. They both sense their spiritual pressure.
That's hollow. No doubt about it.
Y'all could have talked about it beforehand, bro. Everybody reasonable here. Hey. Hey, he gonna slice that. Yeah. Come on, Ichigo. Ooh. That hurt a little bit. Oh god, he punching on Ichigo. Damn. Oh, that's dirty. That's why he playing dirty. Whoa. Who invited him?
Chump change.
There we go. Yup. Palm his head.
What a baby! Little demon energy got you scared? Nah.
Yes, sir, bro. Two of the coolest characters get going at it. Where that train at? Remember the train that don't stop coming?
Two at once? Damn, why didn't I think of that?
That's hilarious.
Give in to me.
Oh no, he transformed.
Let's devour him together.
He done transformed.
Hell no! This is my fight, jackass! You just hold me back!
Oh, he did his own version of it. Oh! Ichigo, nah, don't let him brawly you, bro. Ichigo, don't let him brawly you. Don't do that.
Rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner?
Let's do it. Like old times.
His final form. With a horn here. This is like the horn of salvation with that. Yes, sir. He just blocked that.
Is that the best you can do? I can go even
Blast it.
faster if you'd like. Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole!
Oh God. He's starting to enjoy the fight a little too much. It's getting scary.
I'll kill you even if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line! You
about to break
better
this.
do the same!
He's about to break his sword.
Screw that!
Let's go, Ichigo. Come on, Ichigo. Oh no. This is it right here, bruh. This is it. No, Ichigo getting powered back.
Give me a freaking break.
Get him out of here, bruh. Hey, Yusuke, you put up a good
On
fight.
the other side.
Let's go. Let's go.
You think the afterlife
Let's
offers
go,
frequent
bro.
flyer miles?
There's a lot to cover here, so let's break this down into 4 chapters, starting
Ichigo's
with their
faster than him, bro.
Yusuke can see Ichigo no problem, and resist auras like Togoro's that are similar to Reiatsu.
Okay.
So Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away.
He got a million powers.
Yusuke was outmatched.
Yeah.
Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Getsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku.
Ichigo
however,
got a
had more
million
varied powers,
forms.
a better
A
healing
million.
factor, greater stamina given his months of Dongai training.
And all those swords. He just had way more abilities to play with.
Likewise, speed was a fairly easy call.
Ichigo,
Yusuke
right?
could react to lightning early on, and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his class
Bro,
with
the
Yomi,
Bleach people in Bleach are
erupted
so
upwards at
fast.
57%
That
the
blast step?
speed of light.
But Ichigo was faster than light from the start, and
Yeah.
he's gotten faster too. He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got
That fight
tons
was
of
so hype.
training and power-ups since then.
The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light
He
speed,
dodged that?
and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that
wow.
utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed. But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt
Ichigo in the
mid-fight.
fight. He been
This
putting in
is
too much
kinda
work, bro.
both their things. Ichigo has styled on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's
Okay,
decent
Batman.
at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a
Tie.
draw.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor, which could have superseded all other advantages.
Power.
Power.
Between
Ichigo.
Sensui, Genkai,
Come
and
on.
Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his
Ichigo-
sky-splitting
Ichigo
blast
cut
with
that planet in
Yomi
half
and
like it's
measuring
nothing.
its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo, tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society.
Come on now.
But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several
Everything.
realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be
Yeah.
fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time. Pretty close to Yuhabak's threatening 3.
And Yusuke far
Not
surpassed
close
Kakumo
enough, man, I'm
afterward.
sorry.
The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So
Okay.
there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also gonna destroy the Garganta,
Oh,
which
yeah.
has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it.
Each containing at least a planet and star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see
Nah,
it,
brother.
even being generous
That's my
with
boy
Yusuke's
Ichi,
power
man.
and
Come on now.
conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big,
Yep.
giving Ichigo the final edge. Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichigo.
I was nervous though. I ain't gonna lie. I started getting
Is
nervous.
Ichigo
I
Kurosaki.
started getting nervous. Who we got next week, bro? Who we got next
Battle.
time? What is this? I like some robot. Sonic, Mecha Sonic versus Cell. Are there 2 androids,
Subscribe
2 robots?
and join
Okay,
as a
Metal
member
Sonic
to
versus
see
Cell.
more Death Battle.
Okay,
Thanks
okay.
for watching.
That's
Death
interesting.
Battle is back,
That's
and
fire.
so is our new tabletop gaming channel, Nightly Brew.
Ooh,
We've got
look at
everything
that.
on there from Uno to Dungeons and Dragons, and a very special all-new Blood on the Clock Tower airing right now. So come join us at the Nightly Brew.
Y'all got
What do you
tuned to
think?
that,
Check
man.
us out.
That sub button over
Thanks.
there, bro. Man, it feels good to be able to say Death Battle is back. But I told you, bro. Come on, Ichigo, bro. He is one of probably my favorite main character of all time. Like, it's not my favorite show of all time, but I just love Ichigo as a character. Like, he's so cool, bro. I love cool characters. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool guy. He put on drip, and he has a sword. Sometimes two. You can't go wrong with that, bro. He has too many hype moments. So I wasn't. But Yusuke, you a close contender, bro. Yusuke is really cool too. You know what I'm saying? I was a little nervous. I didn't know about all Yusuke's move set until just now. So hearing some of the things he can do, I'm excited to go finish that show. But it's not enough. Ichigo is still that guy, brother. When you see that orange hair coming in the room, everybody gets scared, you know what I'm saying? Ichigo, you up there, you know what I'm saying? Minato's up there too, some of the cool skaters all the time. But that's my boy Ichigo. Hit that like button, that sub button. Death Battle's back, we hype. I got another video coming out soon, stay tuned for that, and now we out here.